it simply gets harder every time we close the bubble, We just can't close the bubble because, like, the moments of this, the moments of that from Kingdom Hearts and everything, like, the moments, all of it, right? So that's why we still stay to the GameCube version, We stay to the GameCube version because the GameCube version gives us this, right? It gives us this, and it gives us this, So it just off of Sonic's ear, the design behind it, right? And then you get into the slime, right? Which it goes deep because what it does is it goes to third parties. It goes to all kinds of things. It goes to like Apocalypse, It goes to like Atlas. It goes to, just different branches, right? The canceled people in Mario Sunshine, like the heavy shot, the heavy shot, the vacuum pod, how Yu-Gi-Oh's a cartoon show, but like it's like, talking about like the monsters, being like all appliances, right? Which is a whole entire, just a whole entire generational thing from the 1990s, okay? And then you got Egg Vacuum, which is just what I showed. But like, if you take like a principle, like an idea, right? If you take the idea, you don't get the whole 2 capital A's from Banjo-Kazooie. You don't get the actual concept or idea of everything that's happening. Now, the crazy part is the shape, I only find the pointy shape, which is found in Xenoblade X, right? The Xenoblade X thing that I've been showing, like the Shadow of Colossus Xenoblade X thing, the pointy thing. I don't find the pointy shape when I'm critical, Because if I'm critical, think about like, okay, so Morgan Webb, Adam Sessler, right? Both running a TV show, both giving a bad review to Shadow the Hedgehog. When, in all honesty, if you actually sat down and played Shadow the Hedgehog, if you sat down and actually played the game, it had a lot of ideas, it had a lot of content, and it had a different gameplay style, and it's another thing to take people into a different gameplay element, like to a different element of gameplay, okay? And then that's when you get those talks, you get those talks of those people like, you're like always wondering about the guy that goes all the way back, and plays Quest 64, or the guy that goes, or just the person that goes and plays like a different kind of game or a different kind of style. But then like you think about like even deeper, right? You think like how now they're remaking the Gecko games, right? All the Gecko games are getting remade, right? You have Croc, right? You have like a whole entire branched service, just like multiple branches of games, right? But you have to be like a little bit. You got to think about it, because if you don't think about it, right? If you don't think about the possibilities of what's actually like going on, or that, how could you even like sit to begin, right, and think about like what's happening to Wanderer in Shadow of Colossus, which would be like just like a main interest of many people. Many people would want to know what the heck is happening to Wanderer, right? But how can you draw to that conclusion, right, when you study and you listen to other people? You can't get anywhere, and if you try to think you can get anywhere, you just can't. It's also moments like that kind of like give you like the crazy branches, like, because the crazy branches is like when you like look back like at like if a fan's a fan of Kingdom Hearts, they want to play the Kingdom Hearts DS, right? That they want to play the Kingdom Hearts DS over playing Kingdom Hearts 3. So if it's a simple thing, right? If it's just like there should be many things to think about, just a lot of things to think about. And it, like, what separates a person too, I've seen this is the greatest one is if that's your favorite video game, right? And that's your favorite video game series, you don't care what platform of console it goes to. You know what I'm saying? You don't care what console it goes to, why it went to that console. You just know one thing, that you're going to try and play that game, right? You're going to try and play that video game. So if if they take it away, you know, if somebody tries to take away the idea behind it, right? You don't get to the Star Fox and Supersonic Superstars and Star Fox. You know, you don't get to that. It's a that's the thing too. A person that actually tells you or says, I'm going to play video games, they want to play video games. When they play video games, they want to have a different experience, you know? It wouldn't be like from a person, you know, that's viewing, like watches a Terminator movie, right? Watches the movie Terminator. And then they're just like, well, I just watched Terminator. Now I want to, you know, go sit down, right? And go through the same thing over again, you know? They don't want to go through that. But then it's like what you actually find out what you like, you know, what you start liking, what stuff that's actually getting to you, you know. But and then it's it's kind of like a constant reminder too to push a game further, you know, because it's better when a game's pushed further, right? Just because you might be enjoying a video game, right? Maybe there be a video game that you're enjoying, doesn't mean you don't want to push it a little bit further, you know? Because if you can push it just a little bit further, right, then it becomes something, right? But have you noticed that people are getting tired of like the lack of content, right? The lack of content, the lack of depth, the lack of story. You know, the lack of story, but you have to be a little bit patient, okay? Just a little bit patient. And the reason you be patient is because it branches out like that, you know? It branches out like that. There's always a love for Zelda. See, that's the thing. The whole thing that if you notice from 2023, there's always a love for Zelda. That's why they go for like the Zelda Tears of Kingdom, especially with HBO, you know, HBO voice actors and everything, right? But at that same time, there's something else, you know, there is something else. And honestly, if you talk to a person who watches HBO, like if you talk to people who watch HBO, they like the Vulture. You know, they like the scene of the Vulture. Like they like different things of HBO. But if you get easily guilted, you know, just easily guilted into purchasing something, right? Then you get these experiences, right? And you get these experiences where you're just like, this doesn't feel right. What kind of Game Award show is this, you know? So that's